explain to everyone from film to TikTok to all of these other platforms how the CCP has infiltrated us. Get into all of this.
Let's start from TikTok. I know
Yes.
over 50% of Americans use TikTok, right? And it's a Chinese company. And you know that the Chinese government control all companies in China. China has this law called the National Intelligence Law that demand all companies to follow government orders when they need to submit data of Americans to the Chinese government and what kind of contents they can provide on their media, right? Because it's a totalitarian regime. So the government can control your content, they can control your data, control everything. So that means if you use TikTok, you rely on TikTok to get news about the world. You put yourself inside a bubble of information crafted by the Chinese government. After a few years, you will feel wonderful about the Chinese government because, they made themselves look so good on TikTok, right? And this is how they spread the propaganda. It's like they crafted the whole bubble, like another world, a true lie. Like you live inside, you feel, okay, this is the whole world. There's no human rights abuse. China is a great tourist, spot, and the government of China took such wonderful care of people. That's a story the Chinese government crafted in the world of TikTok. And this is also the story the Chinese government crafted through our traditional media. If you think, okay, I read New York Times, I read the Wall Street Journal, and all these media, they have business ties with China, right? The Chinese government built up business ties with almost every mainstream media in the US because the Chinese government pay them to run advertisements. And oftentimes, these ads are in news format, like in article format, with very tiny fonts somewhere say these are paid ad. And then, they provide the contents. Basically, these also tell good stories about China, just like TikTok. It also seen in the mainstream TV and radio. And also in Hollywood, right? If you think about it, China is a big nation, the second largest film industry, around the world, the second largest country with all this audience, 1.4 billion audience. Every Hollywood film wants to enter the Chinese market. And to enter the Chinese market, you have to pass censorship, of course. You have to say no human rights abuse in China, right? Not only that, you have to make something, praise the Chinese government, make the Chinese government look good